What's going on, everybody? Welcome. Guys, I am coming to you live from Canada, and I had to do this video because I think this is a video that will help everybody succeed. Now, what I want to talk to you guys today about is something that's going to help you do more deals, all right? And another thing, just to let you guys know, this is the batch call. And if you guys do not know what BatchLeads is a software and a service that I use to get deals, to do driving for dollars, basically help me do more deals in real estate. Now, I'm going to show you guys a little bit later on in this call what BatchLeads is, but I want to talk to you guys today about how do you make money on a real estate deal if you do not wholesale it. A lot of you probably are wondering, like, hey, do I only have to wholesale deals? Can I get paid without having to assign my contract to my buyer? And the answer is, well, you got to stay tuned, all right? Because that's why I'm making this video. But I'm excited to talk to you guys about this because some of you just only think wholesaling is the only way to get paid. All right. By the end of this video, you're going to know exactly what wholesaling is, how to work out getting paid if you do not assign a deal, why you wouldn't assign a deal, like why is that even an option for you? Okay. And how to fill out an invoice. Now, let's talk about this situation. If you're new to wholesaling, what wholesaling is you have a contract with a seller. You specifically signed an agreement with the seller to buy their house, and then you assign your rights to that contract to another buyer for a fee. So if I have a house for $100,000 I'm willing to buy, and I know John is willing to pay $120,000, I can assign my contract to him for an assignment fee, and then I can get paid at closing. Now, sometimes you don't have to do this, and I don't do this all the time. I actually get paid from buyers through invoices, okay, where you don't even have to assign it. And the reason you do this is because you're tight with the buyer, and you just say, hey, look, I can assign it to you, or you can just pay me, cut me a check, or pay me through invoice at closing. And you can sign an invoice with your buyer and send it to the title company, and the title company will make sure you get paid at close. So I'm going to show you guys how to do this. And you really do this when you trust your buyer. And that's what we're doing. I have this deal right now. It's going to be a $30,000 deal. And instead of wholesaling it to the buyer, I am just sending him an invoice, and he's just going to pay it out at close. And I'm going to show you how to do it again. That's why I teach reverse wholesaling, painless wholesaling, because you don't have to sign all your deals. You don't have to wholesale everything. You can just go ahead and sign this contract with the seller. I don't care. Just make sure you pay me, and I trust you, and let's get it done. And we'll sign this invoice, and you get it done. And why would you do that? You're probably wondering, okay, why would I not just assign it to them? Well, sometimes the seller wants to just work directly with the end buyer, and you've been straight about it, and you're like, hey, I'm not going to buy your house, but I have someone that will, and you have them sign the contract, and they close, and they just pay you out. I've done this on multiple deals where I just get paid a referral fee, or they call it a marketing fee, and you just write an invoice. So that's pretty much it, guys. So I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. But again, I want to answer the question that you do not need to wholesale every deal in order to get paid on real estate transactions. The reason why you do wholesale deals is because you have the contract, you sign it, you stay in it legally, like you're locked in. But if you trust your end buyer and you do painless wholesaling, reverse wholesaling, you can just have them sign the contract. It's not a wholesale deal. It has nothing to do with wholesaling. They're just paying you a referral fee or marketing fee at close. Pretty simple. Title will take care of it. Let me show you how to do it. And before I show you guys how to do it, let's go into batch, because this is the batch call. Now, guys, this deal I was able to get in Utah, and at first I was looking for buyers on batch, but I actually found this buyer through networking with one of my buddies who had a buyer that for the deal. So I'm actually JVing on this deal for 60-40 split, which is still cool because, still make a good amount. My friend makes a good amount. So on batch, just to show you guys, if you do not have a buyer, you can reach out to me. I help people find buyers, but if you want to just find your own buyer using batch, simple as marking the area and then going to the pre-filter cash buyers, and then reaching out to people in the specific buyers in a specific area that you need to find the deal. You can reach out to the agent, or you can skip trace the owner and talk to them. But BatchLeads is huge, and that's why I use it all the time to find buyers. But right now, guys, I'm going to show you guys how to get paid on a real estate transaction that you did not wholesale. Again, you do not have to wholesale. All right, so let's go right here. So how do you fill out an invoice to get paid? All right, it's pretty simple. You can just go to Google and go to invoice and get like a little form and fill it out. I have PayPal, so it's really easy. I just go to home, and then I go to where it says invoicing, and I create an invoice, and I put new customer. Let's put the guy's name, and then I go to the item. So it's going to be a referral fee, 30K, and then we're going to do 20K at close on 12/30/22, and then we're doing 10K, the remaining balance to get paid 2 months from close or when Jason refinances. So pretty simple, nothing crazy on it. Due date, I'm going to put specific date, the 30th for the 20K, and then it states that the remaining balance of 10K to get paid 2 months from closing or when Jason refinances. So then you go here, you go download PDF. So that's what it'll look like. You download it, then you go to your PDF, your Panda doc, which is pretty simple. And again, I send this to the buyer to sign. Once he signs it and I sign it, I send it to the title company. And then once the deal closes, the title company will wire me the money. Pretty simple. I've done it before. And again, when would you do this? When, you don't want to wholesale a deal. You just want to give it to your buyer for him to sign and you trust them. That's the importance of having great relationships with cash buyers is you've done multiple deals, you trust them and you want to work with them. Instead of you signing and wholesaling it, you just have them pay you an invoice. Anyway, I would just go down here under text and I would put signature and then we'll put date. So that's pretty much it. We just put their information here. You send the invoice of how much, and you have both parties sign it. You send it to the title company. So then you would just go here to Gmail. Once it's signed, you would say, hey, what title company are you closing at? And they'd say, oh, I'm closing at GT Title, for example. So you would go to GT Title and you would say, hey, here is the invoice signed by both parties. Here's my wiring instructions if you could pay me at close. It's as simple as that. And that's what I want to let you guys know. So again, if you have a deal and you don't want to assign it or you can't wholesale it for some reason, the seller won't sign, then if you have a buyer that you're super tight with and you trust, just say that's fine. And you would send the buyer an invoice that they can sign and it can get done at close at title, or he can just give you a check. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. Again, the reason why people wholesale is just they want to hold the contract. They want to control it and feel safe. So batch leads, again, is the truth. And it's awesome because most of the buyers that I find are from batch leads, or I've skip traced from batch leads. So if you guys are struggling to find buyers, use batch leads. If you're still struggling, hit me up. I can definitely help you out. But when you do come across having a deal that maybe you can't wholesale for some reason, you just want to, have a buyer take over and they can pay you out. They can pay you through an invoice. And that's the purpose of what I'm showing you is you need great relationships with your buyers. And that's what I teach is reverse wholesaling, painless wholesaling, having great relationships. So you don't have to always wholesale. You can get paid out in invoices and you don't even have to worry about all that legal stuff. All right. They can just straight pay you. So everybody have a great rest of the week and get ready for the next year because we're going to crush it. Absolutely crush it. It's going to be a great year. All right, everybody. Peace.